Welcome to the show before the show. I'm Ken Steep. Welcome back to McCann Dogs. We have our Lesson 1 entertainment show for our Grade 1 training tonight. And tonight is always a lot of fun. Hi there, Haley. Thanks for joining us. We're about to get the show, in fact, not necessarily on the road. It's pretty icy and snowy out there, but we are going to get the show started here very, very soon. Tonight, you're going to see some pretty amazing things. You're going to see family pets doing some really cool tricks. You're going to see family pets doing some dog agility. You're going to see maybe some disc dog stuff. You're going to see some pretty exciting things. And all of this done by our four-legged family members. And these aren't specially trained. Hi there, Madison. These aren't, unique purpose-trained dogs. They are our members of our families, each one of our instructors' families. And they're going to be doing some really cool stuff for you. I always get really excited on Lesson 1. Essentially for us, what Lesson 1 is our Grade 1 students come the first night without their dog so that they can focus on the information. And we do a little bit of an entertainment show at the start, and then we get into things like how dogs learn and what some of the steps will be in their first couple lessons of dog training, so that they can sit there and really focus on the information. Now, hi, Luna. Yeah, I can't wait to show you the dogs. I see that you can't wait to see the dogs. I forget what I was saying. I got a little bit distracted there. Today, in this demonstration, you're going to see all sorts of really cool stuff. But essentially, if this is your first time with us, you haven't been on the channel before, and you consider your dog a member of the family, then you're going to want to hit that subscribe button, because we publish new videos every single week to help you spend some quality time with your four-legged family member. And you can see Kale is just about to get us started here.
About 5 minutes or so, due to the weather, as you probably know, people are...
I want to welcome everybody to the stream today. We were not really sure because of the weather outside here in where we are. It's pretty icy and pretty snowy, and we were a little bit worried that people were going to be late for Lesson 1. So we've sort of delayed the start a couple of minutes, just so that we can get everyone here, so that they are, or most of the people here, so that they don't miss anything. Now, how many of you guys have seen some of our other Lesson 1 entertainment shows? Is anybody that's in the live stream now actually seen one of our shows? Because they're pretty exciting, and everyone is a little bit different. We use different dogs for some of the different events. But I'd love to know if you have a favorite event. Is there one thing that we do that you enjoy more than the others? And I won't be surprised if I see agility in there, because it's pretty fun watching the dogs run around and do agility. We actually, for this demonstration, we use a much smaller area and surface, because this isn't, yeah, I see a couple of people saying agility. Luna, I taught my dogs tricks from the channel. Her name is Luna as well. Very cool. I'm glad you're able to teach your dog some tricks with us, Luna. This area that we use is much smaller than what we actually train the dogs in, and where we have an agility training facility right beside the obedience training facility, and it's like 14,000 square feet. It's got turf in it, which is just like the stuff that you see at like the baseball diamonds, you might see at a baseball game, and it is really great for the dogs to run around on. So this is a much smaller version of the agility that you might see out there. But it's also a great opportunity for all these people to get to enjoy agility. A lot of these guys may have never seen agility before. And for those of you guys that are watching the stream now that know what agility is, how exciting is it the first time you see a dog do the weave pulls? Or you see a dog go flying around the course and go over the teeter-totter. It's really, really cool. And I'm just going to spin the camera around. You guys need to get a look at this dog, Falcor. I was just talking to Jane about him a couple of minutes ago, but he's such an amazing dog. And Jane is just practicing. I'm just going to turn the camera. Jane is just practicing. Oh, nice catch, Valley. Jane is going to be doing a little bit of a demo, I think, with Falcor to do some disc dog stuff. And what an amazing dog. Look at the size of him. He's humongous. And to be that big, that athletic, you should see him on the agility courses. It's remarkable. But to be that big and that agile is pretty cool, I'd say. Let me see one more. This is a preview from the show I think you guys are going to get. Oh, it's amazing. A big athletic dog. Really, really cool to watch. So We know that there's going to be a little bit of disc dog stuff here tonight. We are going to see some dog agility. Is there anything that you guys love that doesn't happen? If you have seen the show before, you'll know we do some agility, we do some trick training, we show off some tricks. We've done flyball in the past, and I don't know whether we're going to do flyball tonight, but what sports do you guys compete with your dogs? I'd really like to know. I know if you've checked out the channel before, you know Kale, 21-time world champion of dog agility. I do sheep herding with some of our dogs. We have done flyball in the past. We do obviously trick training. I've never done formal obedience. Trolley? Haley, I'd love to know. Oh, is that like karting? I'd be interested to know what you guys are doing for sports with your dog, because it's so nice to be able to spend time with them doing something like that. The dogs enjoy it. It's great mental stimulation as well as physical stimulation. The show's going to get started here, so I have to be a little bit quieter, but I'm going to turn you guys around so you don't miss any of it.
You might be wondering why you are here today without your furry little beast at the end of the leash. We have learned over years of experience that the first lesson is actually a lot easier to do when it's teaching the human without the distraction of the dog. So tonight it's all about you guys. We are going to talk a lot about what to expect in the upcoming weeks about this program. We're going to talk to you a little bit about dog training so that you can sort of think and be able to read how your dog thinks and how you need to communicate with them. And we're also going to show you a whole bunch of really cool things that you're going to be able to do with your dog.
I'm going to take us a little bit closer to the dogs in waiting, and we can check out some of the dogs that are about to be part of the show here momentarily.
And tonight we have
see some of these guys. As Gail's talking. There's Instructor Angela with.
This is Ethel. Yeah.
Who do we have here?
Some of your instructors. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin with a quick little demonstration for you, just to give you an idea of some of the things that the dogs can do with a bit of training. And hopefully sort of get you guys inspired to think about what you'd like to do with your dogs down the road. So when you guys are ready back there,
Instructor Carol with her border collie named Thorpe. Instructor Sarah. And you guys, if you're on our Instagram, you saw this post. You saw us post a picture of Bauer. Here we go.
And away we go.
This is fun. I'm actually going to follow right along with these guys. And I don't really, we haven't done this before. As long as I stay out of the way, it shouldn't be a problem.
So we're going to have them come on in and line up along the back there. Perfect. Just going to turn this down a little bit. Okay. Now, one of the things I will say before we get started is one of the things that we like to do with our dogs and their training is work a lot on distraction.
It's a really nice mix of dogs. Really nice mix of dogs in the show tonight too, which is really, really cool.
A lot of the dogs are really used to that, and they actually work like with more animation and more fun when they hear that. So don't be afraid to do that. I'm just going to take a second to introduce some of these guys to you. First, we have Lori and her Papillon named Dash, this little guy here. Oh, we're clapping already. This is going to be a good night. Awesome. Next, we have Sarah and her Border Collie Bauer. We have Patty and her Bouvier Gunner. We have Wendy and her Golden Retriever Reba. Leia, damn it, she has two dogs that look very similar. Normally, I'm really good at getting them good when they're together. Maybe not so good when they're apart. Next, we have Jane Selige and her Belgian Malinois Falcor. We have Angela McRae and her Australian Shepherd Ethel. We have Nancy McInnes and her Whippet Boo. And last but not least, we have Carol Lawrence and her Border Collie Thorpe. And you may notice when Carol's moving around with Thorpe that she's going to be using a lot of hand signals with Thorpe, because Thorpe is actually deaf. He can't hear anything at all, and he has a little thing on his collar that helps with pulses, so you'll see that her communication might be a little bit
Madison.
different.
Angela has an Australian Shepherd named Ethel. Now, I'm not sure if you guys could hear it, but Kale was just mentioning the lady on the end, Instructor Carol with her Border Collie Thorpe. Thorpe is totally deaf, so he needs to respond to some, physical cues. So verbal cues aren't as important. So Carol really needs to stay connected and give him physical cues rather than verbal cues as they make their way around the course. Actually, I'm going to follow Thorpe a little bit so that you guys can see that a little more closely. As long as I stay out of the way. That's the hard part here.
So we're going to show you guys a few different skills that we feel are important to utilize. One is teaching your dog to walk politely with you on a leash. So it certainly would be
pretty amazing. And look at the attention Thorpe gives instructor Carol.
Neighborhood, maybe in the trails. And not get your arm ripped out of your socket when you go to take them for a walk anywhere. So we work on being able to walk by different distractions, change pace, go fast, go slow. Some of you might have kids, you might have to push a baby stroller sometime. And the dogs are really good about adapting to walking with you no matter what.
You're right, Madison. It is amazing to see what a great disc team they are. And in fact, they are like 2 or 3-time world champions of disc dog. So we have a couple of world champions that are instructors here.
On a distraction here, you're going to see that these dogs are going to get in really tight quarters with one another, and it's really important that if the handler asks them to, they can say hello, but they're not to get distracted and jump and play with the other dogs until they've been given permission. So it would be nice to be able to walk right by another person and a dog and have your dog stick with you and pay attention. Now this is
really cool. Check this out.
This takes a lot of practice.
We're going to do something called the wheel.
It's
really challenging.
Together. And we teach our dogs
but it's really fun to watch.
Called stay. And as you would imagine, stay means you need to stay put right where I ask you until I come back to your side. So the dogs have been told to stay. The instructors are going to do this fancy wheel here. Look,
you see Thorpe looking back for instructor Carol.
And the dogs should stay right in position until the handlers come all the way back to the side. How about that?
Good job, guys. Way to go.
Awesome. Now we're going to take it up a notch, and we're going to see if the dogs can actually do the same wheel while walking beside their handler. So you're going to notice Reba and Leia and Thorpe on the outside have to go really quickly, where Falcor and Dash in the middle have to go a lot slower. Very well.
That's fun to watch. Nice job, guys. Here comes instructor Janie, and you just saw Falcor a couple minutes ago.
Some of the instructors may choose to take their dogs off leash because eventually our goal is that the dogs learn to listen whether they have a leash or whether they have treats or whether they don't have those items as well. So hopefully, if all goes well, you probably won't be able to tell the difference with which dogs are on leash and which dogs are off leash. So even though the leash isn't there, if they're asked to walk close, they need to stay nice and close to their handler. You'll see that each time that the instructors stop walking, the dogs have learned to stop and sit at their side. And that's to make sure our dogs don't step out onto the street.
That's cool, Mike. You guys did grade 3 with the Blue Dog Bunker.
Very nice. Good. A lot of those dogs are automatically sitting. Now we're going to raise the excitement here and see if the dogs can stay with their handlers.
Go a little bit quicker.
It looks like everybody's still with the same person. Perfect.
It's fun to watch how much fun the dogs are having while the instructors are running and having fun with them. I really enjoy that part of it.
Okay, the next thing we're going to show you is just they're going to take a moment or two to have the instructors do something that's a little bit more casual.
Let's see if we can find, let me know what you think the most interesting trick is out here. We've got a lot going on.
They're going to move them around,
that's a pretty neat one.
Change directions, and the dogs need to learn just to hang out with their handler, even though things aren't quite so structured.
Oh, that was a pretty cool one.
Their tiny little Dash is actually jumping over top of Falcor. Lori, do that again for them in the middle.
Ready? Down.
Oh.
Good, down. Ready, over.
Oh, that was a good one.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to line everybody up on the outside, and we're going to show you another really important exercise that we like to train our dogs to do. Power. Okay. We're going to line everybody up on the outside right now, and I want you to use your imagination a little bit. I want you to imagine that these guys are out at a park, and they're letting the dogs run around, and it's time to go home, and everybody needs to collect their dogs.
How cute was Dash the Papillon jumping over Falcor the Malinois, and then Fal stood up for a minute, making it a lot more difficult for that little Papillon to get over. But he laid down on a quick verbal command. That was really cute to see.
He didn't move at all, Jane. He stayed at home. Yeah, but again, it's funny, but you can see he only has eyes for her. And he can't wait until he hears that magic word. And that's what we want to do with your dogs. So hopefully, once all the dogs settle here, on one command, they're all going to call their dogs, and everybody should come to the proper order. Whenever you're ready. What's the stuff? Oh, good job. Very well done, everybody. Excellent.
So not only is that a cute trick,
job.
but it can be a lifesaver. You know, having your dog run right to you in an emergent situation. So it's, you know, impressive, especially with the dogs crisscrossing, going back and forth in all of those other dogs, with all of those other dogs around. But I think we're going to see Instructor Jane out here for
you may need to use an emergency situation. So a little bit later in the evening, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of the command and some of the things that we're going to do to start teach the exercise and things that we want you to do even this week before you come back.
Sometimes I get in the way here.
Now, the next
Doing
thing
my
we're gonna
best
show
to
you
stay out
is
of the
what we
way.
call a retrieve.
Sometimes I get in the way, and I feel bad when that happens.
I recommend that you do with your dog. It's a great way to build a relationship, an excellent way to exercise your dog. If your dog has a lot of pent-up energy and you need to kind of get the edge out a little bit, teaching them to retrieve is great. The only thing is, a lot of dogs like to retrieve, but what part are they not so good at? Exactly, bringing it back. So we're going to teach the dogs, go out, get your toy, and bring it back. So this is Wendy and her golden retriever, Leia. And Wendy has done a lot of training with both of her Goldens, quite high level in field training. So you can see, Leia can hardly contain herself. So Leia's been instructed to go and get this bumper, and in field training it would be a duck. She used to bring it right back to her mom, swing into the side, and hold on to it until Wendy grabs it. What a good girl. Perfect. Very good. All right. Next, we're going to introduce you to Julie. Julie's going to come out with her collie. Her name is Emma. And Julie's training Emma to do something really cool. So she takes Emma on lots of walks. And sometimes if Julie forgets or drops her glove, for example, she's going to use a glove today. She's walking along and she drops her glove. She's actually training Emma to go back and find it. So if she's out, ahead on the trail and she says, go find my glove, Emma will actually go back, search for her glove, and then bring it right back to her. So we're going to sort of set up the situation as best we can. So Julie has a glove in her hand there. You might not be able to see it, but there you go. Perfect. Thanks, Joel. Now we can all see it. She's going to take her dog for a walk, and then she's going to drop it somewhere in the back so that Emma doesn't notice, and then she'll send her back for it. Go ahead, Joel.
So in case you missed this, Kale mentioned that this is essentially called a seek back. So Julie's going to be out for a pretend walk with Emma. She's going to drop a glove, and then she's going to come all the way back over here and then realize that she doesn't have the glove, and then send Emma back to go find that glove for her.
Lucky I have a trusty dog that's going to go back and find things for me.
How handy would this be to have? See if she can find the glove.
She's smelling for us.
Sniffing around, trying to find that glove.
There's not so many people on my walks normally.
There
she goes.
Oh, good girlie. I think she's seeking it out.
Yay!
Oh, she found. Look at how happy she is, running back with that glove. Oh man, that's cute.
You can get anything accomplished
Very
if you have
cute.
a trained dog with you, which is pretty awesome.
Now this trick is really cool. If you guys have seen the live stream from lesson 1 before, you're going to recognize this, but this is a cool trick.
Is definitely known around here at our school as a creative dog trainer, and she teaches her dogs the coolest tricks. And yes, reverse donut around her legs is definitely one of them. But she's actually trained her dog to go into this toolbox and find her very specific tool. So check this out. Go get the screwdriver. Unbelievable. What a good boy. Pretty cool. That's awesome.
Now that is a handy trick.
Last thing we're going to show you
Really cool. What a great trick to show off. Carol's a really creative instructor.
She's going to bring the core out again. Jane does a lot of frisbee catching with her dogs, and usually she does it in a much bigger space. So her dogs can really fly high. She's an excellent throw, so you guys over here, don't worry. But if something does come at your head, please duck. There's a melon walk coming after it. But Falcor hopefully will catch this frisbee. Oh, I just popped up your big throw, Jane. Sorry. Try it again. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Falcor is on the move.
And Falcor's like 10 years old, guys, so that's pretty good that he can move that well for an old guy. Perfect.
Very cool.
All right, now the next thing we're going to do is show you a couple other things that you can do with your dog. So it's pretty common around here that when people start training their dog, they start to realize actually how much fun it is and how much fun the dogs have. And once you sort of get through the programs and you get some basics on your dogs, there's all kinds of things that you can do with them. And we have found that when you keep your dogs busy...
So I haven't seen the schedule for tonight, but I think what we're going to be doing, what some of the instructors are going to be doing is a rally obedience demonstration. If you guys are familiar with rally obedience, it's kind of like a formal obedience with a little bit more fun. It's like a course, a series of obedience skills that the instructors will be working on. But check it out for yourself. It's really, really neat, and it's gaining popularity. We actually just started offering a rally obedience class in our school here, and it's really starting to become more and more popular. But you're going to check it out. We'll see it close firsthand here.
It's basically meant to promote positive training towards. You guys can start whenever you're ready. Or are you waiting for Carol? Okay, you guys can start. Just go ahead and start, and then she'll come in when she's ready.
Oh, she's ready.
That's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead anyways, Dan. Never mind. All right, so this is Thor.
Yeah, Rally's really cool. A mini American Shepherd pup. Would be a great dog to be doing some rally obedience with. And the great part about rally obedience is that you can do it with any kind of dog. You'll see today there's like border collies, there's a Papillon, there's a golden, a couple goldens. You're going to see Falcor. We just saw him a minute ago, but you'll see him right there. Pretty cool.
So all of that is based on physical body language. So we have Lori and Dash going. This is Diane and Holly doing a really good back circle. Next we have Chris Kroll and
Remember,
Alice,
Thorpe, the border collie in the center, is completely deaf, so he needs to follow some of Instructor Carol's physical cues.
Perfect.
Pretty impressive.
And what's nice about this is it doesn't matter about the size of dog, the breed of dog that you have, the age of dog. Any dog can participate in it, and the dogs really like it. It's one of the very few sports that you can do with your dog where you're allowed to talk and feed your dog and really help them along the way. So we have Wendy with the golden over there again, and then coming up on the anchor we have Dane and Falcor. The thing that they look for most in this sport is attitude. So how much fun is the dog having? Are their ears up? Are their tails wagging? You know, are they really looking to enjoy working with their handler? It's all about positive interaction between the dog and the handler, which is one of the reasons why we really love it. You can see how well they listen. They're waiting for every single cue from their handler. All right, we're going to bring Carol on again and show you a little bit more advanced style of this. So she's trained Thorpe to do quite a few
Now, I haven't been talking over
parts,
trying to talk over Kale, but can you guys hear her okay? I'm wondering if I should set up some of these shots better, if you can hear her.
Instead of going straight, so he can go forward, backwards, side, do all kinds of cool things, through the legs. He'll stop and hold position when he's asked, and then wait for his next cue.
Oh, great. Thanks, Lily.
Good boy. Holding position in a stand is actually a lot harder than doing it in a sit or a down. So switching sides when he's told. Oh, he likes that. Good boy. You can do some real fancy stuff. Do you see the dog's attitude and how much they love it, though? His little legs are prancing. That's something a judge would really like. They would think, wow, that dog's really enjoying himself. Good boy. Good boy. Excellent. I was waiting for your flip. Oh, he's hurt. Okay. We'll have to show you on video. I was waiting for the big finale. Unfortunately, he can't do the big finale right now. He's going to throw it. I'll have to explain it. He normally, when he's feeling healthier, he can jump up and do a flip off of her side. Now I just totally teased you with it. You'll have to use your imagination.
So you agility fans are in luck. The instructors are all running out. They are getting the agility course ready. I noticed Madison mentioned in the comments that she lives really far away. She can't get here for training. And we actually have something for you, Madison, and something for people that are too far away. We actually have online training available now. So all these dogs you saw here were using, the dogs were trained using the McCann method, which is like our foundation of training. And you guys, if you don't live in the area, you know, we have some students come from the States, you know, from all over southwestern Ontario. But if you're too far away, you can visit our website, mccandogs.com, and take online training. So you have the same foundation of dog skills and dog obedience as all of our instructors do. Now, I think we're just about ready to do our agility demo. So you guys who have been waiting patiently for the agility show, it's about to happen.
In front of me here, the weed pull. This is by far the most challenging exercise to train the dog to do. It takes a really long time to teach your dog this. And essentially what they're going to have to do is enter the pole with their first pole on their left side and wiggle and weave in and out of each pole until they're finished. And if they miss one or pop one, they actually have to go all the way back to the beginning and do it again, which sucks for timing because then it takes a lot longer. So if the dogs perform that correctly tonight, we're going to be super happy. And then behind me, this is one of the contact obstacles, and this is pretty scary for a lot of dogs because when they go up, it actually moves and hits the floor and makes a pretty big bang sound. So you have to condition the dogs to be comfortable with things moving under their feet. This yellow zone here is called the contact zone. The dogs have to touch this with their paws before they go on to the next obstacle. If they jump off the side, they would get a fault, and that would be added on to their time. So we're just going to show you a couple dogs here today just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Who are you doing first? Emma. We're going to bring Emma, the glove dog, back out again. Now, Emma's been doing agility for quite some time. She's done a little bit of competing here and there with Emma over the years. Emma really likes to play agility. And again, like I mentioned before, dogs like sound. So if you want them to go faster or do anything fun, you need to be loud. And the dogs are going to get much more excited and motivated. So don't be afraid. You don't have to be quiet when we do this. Whenever you're ready, Julie and Emma. This is ready. Woo! Let's see if she can get her weave pole.
Oh, nice job, Emma. That's a tough entry.
Over the jump, onto the cedar cover. Let's see if she gets her contact zone. Yep, she's ready to go. Back into the tunnel. She's got to perform the weave pulls again, but this time on the other side. Oh, good girl. Did she get them all?
Nice job, Emma. That was great. She's a multi-talented dog. Does a great seek back to get the glove and had an amazing run in our mini agility course.
Julie did a great job of switching from side to side so smoothly you may not even have noticed. Now next we have Sarah coming out. She has a Belgian Groenendael with her, which is a little bit of a unique breed. And Salix is known around here for being really quiet. Just kidding. Salix, if he is happy and excited,
Salix is a Belgian Groenendael. Beautiful dog, but not a really common dog.
But honestly, it comes from a great place. This dog loves to do things with Sarah and make sure everybody knows.
Yeah. He cheers his way around the course.
He is hot.
Whoa.
So he makes the so I'm going to take him back and try it again. There we go. That was right. There we go. Oh boy. So Sarah's going to give him a treat there because he stopped and was a really good boy about paying attention. He gets a little overexcited sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Good boy, Sarah.
Hit the brakes just enough. Hey. It's very apparent that Salix loves agility, loves running around the course. He was letting everybody know about it.
Leia's daughter, and Reba is a great little.
And this is Reba and instructor Wendy.
They do really well together. So let's cheer Miss Reba and Wendy on. Good girl. Slam. She's just going as fast as she can.
Oh, she went.
Now the dogs have to do the obstacles in the right order. So if they walk an obstacle or make any mistakes, they get faults. Today we're not counting faults, we're just showing
nice run. Now it's hard to slow some of these guys down on the smaller course because they're used to the great big agility arena with the AstroTurf, and we have to. Some of the instructors really have to rein them in so that they don't get a fault.
Watch Falcor's weave pulls very carefully. You'll notice how big this dog is. He's like 4 feet long. Those spaces are only 18 inches, so he has to cover several poles at one time. So check this dog's weave pulls out.
Oh, there you go. Now watch these weave pulls. Wow. Wow. Very cool. Oh no. Oh.
Let me do them again. There we go, Sally. Woo.
Wow. Nice job, Falcor.
Awesome.
Amazing, right? it's so impressive to see him go through those weep holes. What's impressive
Really
is that
good.
they don't fall
So as
apart,
you
they
can
don't
see,
break,
agility is
and he
a
just
ton
zooms right
of
through them. It's
fun.
really, really cool.
We actually are really lucky here because across the parking lot, we have one of the largest agility facilities in North America. And it is really nice at this time of year because when you go inside, it's toasty warm, there's artificial grass, it's like walking into summertime. We are very spoiled. We spend a lot of time over there, especially in the winter, but the dogs really do like the agility. So in order to do a rally and agility with your dogs, we do suggest that you do obedience training first, because once they learn how to work around distractions, they know how to learn things, they have good commands, you just whip through some of that extra stuff with the dogs, and man, do they really love it. Now, we're going to bring some of our instructors back out, and I'm just going to sort of introduce some of them to you. One of the things that we're really proud of here at our school is every single one of our instructors are
Kayla's going to really quickly go talk about some of the activities that our different instructors compete in and do, you know, for recreation with their dog. Now, there's probably going to be some things that you guys haven't even heard of, some activities with unique breeds and some breed-specific activities, but pay attention to some of the names of these activities in sports, and you can check them out, you know, Google them later, because, you know, there are some pretty incredible things that activities, sports, things that people do with their dog that you wouldn't know about otherwise. So really pay attention to what some of these instructors are doing, because there's some really cool stuff going on here.
The other thing that I want you to know is that we like all kinds of breeds here, and I think that's really important because a lot of people think that dog trainers only like certain breeds or things like that. We have a lot of experience with a lot of different breeds, and that's something that we're really proud of. Everybody sort of has their own little favorites, but we love lots of breeds, big dogs, small dogs. And what's really important that we help you with is not just understanding the breed of dog you have, but the temperament of dog you have. Do you have a boisterous dog? Do you have a dog that's maybe a bit bashful and shy? And our job is to figure out how to, you know, get the most out of those dogs as we possibly can. Now, there's lots of you tonight. This looks really good.
These guys are excited to get out here.
Now again, take note, there's a lot of dogs out there, and everybody sort of learns just to hang out with their particular instructor. Now, these guys do a lot of extra things with their dogs. So first and foremost, all of the dogs that you see here, just like yours, they're their family pets. They live at home with them, they sleep in the bed, they play with their kids, they're just the average family pet. They just happen to know a lot of cool stuff, and they do a lot of cool stuff along with being a family pet. And these guys do a lot of different activities with their dogs. A couple of the things that the dogs do are obedience. Some of the dogs do some tracking and search and rescue. In fact, Jane with her dogs there does a lot of tracking and search and rescue to find all kinds of things, including lost people, lost jewelry, which she helped me with a few months ago, which was really fun. But anyways, all kinds of really, really cool things. We have dogs that do some search rescue. So Patty, for example, with Gunner. Gunner is a bed bug dog, so he can go into any location and he can sniff out for bed bugs, which is really handy if she's staying in hotels or if she's staying in hotels with us. But so he can detect that as well. So a lot of people do different exercises like that. There's also, if you have an active dog or you want to be active with your dog, there's all kinds of sporty things you can do with your dogs. If your dog likes water, for example, we have lots of people here that do dock diving with their dogs. So they run off a dock, jump into the water, and they get judged for kind of how high or how long they jump. If you have a water dog, especially like a lab, man, do they love that. They absolutely love it. Sheep herding, we have quite a few people that do sheep herding with their dogs. Lure coursing. Boo, where's Nancy hiding? Oh, over there. Boo, the guy in the blue stripe there. He's retired now, and he does a little bit, but in the day when he was in his prime, he was actually the fastest whippet in Canada and the United States. He held the title for the very fastest dog. Yeah, the very fastest dog. It was really excellent English on my part, but whatever, you know what I mean. We field trials, lots of our instructors do field trials. Wendy, our tollers, a couple other people do that as well. We also have a few fly balls as well. So if you have dogs that like tennis balls, fly balls where they take the jumps and then grab the tennis balls to relay race. Really, really exciting sport. We also do some disc dog stuff, and I'll point out Carol again. Carol with her dogs. She has won all kinds of things with her dogs, and most recently Thorpe, the dog that you've met quite a bit tonight, he is the reigning world champion in one of the disc dog events. And again, dog can't hear music, people screaming, and the dog's doing flips and all this crazy stuff. And you can watch some of her stuff on our YouTube video if you want to go check that out. He does really cool things. And then two of our favorites obviously are Rally, which we showed you, and then Agility as well. And a lot of our staff here do Agility and have been very successful regionally.
I'm sure Steve will remember Bunker. Mike, I will definitely mention to him that I saw you on the stream, that you were on the stream.
Facility. So many things you can do with your dog, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you get great skills on your dog, so that whether you want a dog to do all this crazy stuff, you can do that, or whether you want a dog that just goes to the cottage with you and doesn't run away, that's great too. It's all about goals, but whatever goal you have, big or small, that's kind of what we're reaching towards. So you guys will get to know these guys very well over the next 9 weeks. So thank you everybody for coming out. Perfect.
Things are about to get even crazier, lots to do. I'm going to have to speak to the audience here in just a couple of minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we publish new videos every single week to help you spend some quality time with your dog. Now, I want to thank you guys for watching. I love seeing all the comments and the questions, and it was a really, really great crowd. And I hope to see you guys again really, really soon. On that note, happy training, and bye for now.
When you came in to class,